I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, written by Flooded Lungs Toto. All my life, I just told people my parents separated when I was a baby. I always made stories about going to her house sometimes, and how we'd bond over our strange obsession with serial killer documentaries. But the thing is, none of that ever happened and no one knows the truth. It's getting closer to Christmas time, the worst time of the year for me. I'm scared out of my mind this time of year because of what happened. I was 6, a young, naive kid. It was Christmas Eve, and I was so excited to see what Santa would leave me. My mom and I made cookies to leave next to the tree. Failed attempts at snowflake-shaped sugar cookies and double chocolate chip cookies. She kept getting on me for eating the chocolate chips, but I would just laugh and keep eating them because we had plenty. Bedtime rolled around, and I wasn't tired. We neatly laid the cookies on a plate with a glass of milk next to it. She carried me upstairs to my room and tucked me in. She walked out and closed the door, and I had nothing to do but stare at my glow-in-the-dark stars on my ceiling. I figured that Santa wouldn't be coming for a while, so I decided to huddle next to my nightlight and color in my coloring book. I colored Snow White with blue skin and yellow hair. I colored Ariel with scribbles all over her face. I was an artist, and I decided that reindeer and elves was more fitting, so I switched to that. Then I heard a loud thud coming from downstairs. I figured it was nothing and continued scribbling. Then there was another loud thud, and another. I got so worried that I decided I would go and take a look. The clock on the wall outside my room said 10:19. I hadn't realized I had been coloring for so long. I walked down the stairs and peeked into the living room. I couldn't believe my eyes. Santa was there. The very Santa Claus in my house. I could only imagine. My mom was there too, but she looked scared. But I couldn't understand why. Santa was walking slowly towards her, cornering her. I couldn't understand what was happening. I didn't want to interfere. His face got close to hers. He was kissing her, but there was something off about it. His mouth was open and his jaw was unhinged, exposing his nasty teeth. They were yellow and gray, and way too sharp. His head tipped back and his bottom jaw went down to his chest. He let out this terrible hiss and snapped down on her head. I couldn't allow myself to scream. I couldn't give him the opportunity to have me. Hot tears streamed down my cheeks. I knew that I'd have to hide or I'd end up like her. I slowly walked up my stairs to my room, 4:26 p.m. I knew my father would be getting home from work soon, and then I would be safe. I hid in my closet and cried. I held a shirt over my face to muffle my sobs. The next 10 minutes felt like hours. I heard the door open and close. I didn't know if it was my dad until I heard a loud scream. I stepped out of my closet and went downstairs to find him sobbing over my mother's dead body. He quickly grabbed me and took me outside where he called the police. They didn't believe me, and now that I look back at it, I don't blame them. They declared that it was a break-in. As I grew older, I started to doubt myself. But there was no lead, no motive, no weapon, no signs of a break-in, and our security system was on the entire time. I may have been young, but I know what I saw. Every time that Christmas comes around, I fear for my life. I never know if that thing will come back. I feel as if he's angry that I was there and lived, but I don't know. Maybe I never know. But it's like his presence is always there, lurking in the shadows, watching me, waiting to make a move.